Hi, Kevin here. I don't know if you watched yesterday's video, but I cooked a whole chicken in the Instant Pot, and that gave me a ton of chicken. This is just some of it. It also gave me some beautiful chicken stock, a lot of it. This is about 7 cups here. And I'm going to use the chicken and some of the stock today to make chicken and dumplings. So have a look. Right, so what I have here is my 4-quart soup pot. You could use a Dutch oven or any kind of soup pot you happen to have. Then I'm going to take some of the fat from the chicken stock. It's the fat that floated to the top, and then of course it's solidified in the refrigerator. I'm going to add that to the pot. Look at how gelatinous this is. This is a beautiful stock, you guys. Then I'm going to add 113 grams of butter. I'm going to let that melt. Okay, and I don't even have to wait for the butter to finish melting. I'm going to add some vegetables. I have about 1 cup of onion here. This was previously frozen. And about 1 cup of sliced celery. This is about 3 stalks of celery, also previously frozen. Yeah, when I buy celery, I slice it up, blanch it for 3 minutes, and then chill it for 3 minutes. And then I freeze it indefinitely. Also going to add 3 medium carrots that I diced. Give this a stir. Now, I did not add any seasonings to the chicken or the chicken stock the other day because I knew I was going to use the chicken for various recipes and I wasn't sure which seasonings I would want for those recipes. So I'm going to go ahead and add some salt. Do 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. Also going to add some grinds of black pepper. And I'll add some other seasonings later on. Now, I'm going to I'm going to let the vegetables sweat and just until the carrots soften somewhat. For about 5 minutes, and when that happens, we'll come back. All right, vegetables have been steaming for 5 minutes. So now, oh, this smells really wonderful, you guys. Even without, any garlic or thyme or anything, which I'm going to add later. So now I'm going to make a roux to thicken the sauce. So I have a 1/2 cup of flour here. Just stir that in. Now, southern chicken and dumplings does not contain any vegetables. I know this because when I was a kid, we had a next door neighbor named Mrs. Jones, and Mrs. Jones was from the South, and she invited us, she and her husband invited us to their lake cabin one summer. And we kids all played in the lake, got tons of exercise, and got really hungry. And then Mrs. Jones announced that we were having chicken and dumplings for dinner. I had never heard of such a dish, and boy, was it delicious. And there were no vegetables in with the chicken. It's amazing, I remember that. I was probably 8 or 9 years old at the time, but that dish had quite an impact on me. because as soon as I became an adult, I started making chicken and dumplings. Sometimes with vegetables, sometimes without. Okay, so we're mixed in here. So now I'm going to add 4 cups of the gelatinous. Look at this. That's incredible. I'm going to add 4 cups of this, and each ladle is a half cup. So help me count. Okay, there's 1 cup. Here's 2. 3. And 4. Stir this about. Okay, then, yeah, this is going to thicken very well because of the addition of flour. Okay, now I'm going to add some seasonings. So I'm going to add about a teaspoon of thyme. This is just dried thyme leaves. That smells wonderful. And a big dash of garlic powder. Can never have too much garlic, right? And some black pepper. Actually, I already added some black pepper, didn't I? Oh well, this is going to be very black peppery. And what else? Yeah, and I think that's it. Stir this in. And then, oh, I know what I wanted to add, some lemon. So I have half a lemon here. Hold on. Need my lemon squeezing gadget. Yeah, the lemon is going to really make the chicken and dumplings pop. It's going to bring out all the other flavors. Also, when you add lemon, you don't have to add as much salt. The lemon, it really brightens the works. Then I'm going to add the chicken. I'm going to add, let's see, probably won't add all of this, or maybe I will. I'll add almost all of it. There, I have enough left to make chicken salad. I already used some of the chicken to make a chicken pot pie. Quick stir. All right, and then I'm going to bring this to a boil, and then I'm going to lower the heat, cover the pot, and let this simmer for 20 minutes. And then we'll come back and we will make the dumplings. Oh, there was one more ingredient I wanted to add. I have some fresh parsley here, and I just put the stems and the leaves in my food processor and let the processor do all of the chopping work for me. So this is one whole bunch of parsley. I'm going to use about half of it. And then we'll save the rest for garnish if we need it. Okay, again, I'm going to let this come to a boil, and then I will lower the heat and let this simmer with the lid just slightly ajar for 20 minutes. See you then. All right, I'm getting ready to make the dumplings, and I have to tell you, I'm going to use this stuff, Bisquick, for the dumplings. Now, Bisquick has been around since the 1930s, and it makes the best biscuits. I mean, they turn out perfectly every time. So here's how you mix the dumpling dough. Move you in here, move you down. All right. Can you see okay? Now there we go. All right, so I have 2 cups of Bisquick, and when you measure it, you want to just spoon it out of the package into a measuring cup. So that's 2 cups of Bisquick. Bisquick is similar to self-rising flour, except it also includes a fat. So you don't have to add butter or oil or anything like that. And to the 2 cups of flour, you add 2/3 cup of whole milk. And then just stir it with a fork. You don't want to overmix, because you don't want hockey puck dumplings. You want them light and fluffy. And that's exactly what you get with Bisquick. Now, I've seen a ton of chicken and dumplings recipes, and sometimes the dumplings are really involved. And people mix a batter with self-rising flour and milk or water or chicken stock, and then roll it out very thinly and cut it into almost noodles, which sounds and looks wonderful. But this is the way Mrs. Jones made her biscuits, and this is the way I think a lot of people made their biscuits when I was a kid. Okay, so now I'm going to drop this batter by the spoonful into the bubbling chicken mixture here. And I'm using a soup spoon. You can make your dumplings as large or as small as you like. Scoop them in. And you do want the liquid in the pot to be at a low boil when you add the dumplings. These are going to puff up and expand, and well, they're going to be just lovely, okay? And here's the last little bit. Right, and I'm going to lower the heat a bit. I just want a quiet simmer, a quiet bubbling. And I'm going to let these cook for 10 minutes with the lid off. And after 10 minutes have passed, I'll come back. All right, 10 minutes are up, and just look at these dumplings. They've really expanded. They look very attractive, I think. Okay, so now to finish cooking the dumplings, what you do is cover the pot and let these simmer very quietly for another 10 minutes. And then the dish is done. And when this is done, we'll come back. Okay, time's up. Let's have a look. It's beautiful. I hope you can see the dumplings all right. Okay, I'm going to put this in a bowl, and then I'll come back to show you what it looks like in the bowl. All right, here's the chicken and dumplings. This is my serving. Mr. Fox will have his later. And I think it looks terrific. It really smells terrific, that's for sure. This is a very comforting dish. Now, I'm going to cut into one of the dumplings so you can see what the interior looks like. If I can move it around here. Let me flip it over. Yeah, so it really looks like a biscuit. All right, now I'm going to have a taste. Now, this is traditionally eaten with a spoon. Not sure why I'm using a fork. hot. Hot and screamingly delicious, you guys. Oh, this is so, so good. Here, let me talk with you. Move this up. Yeah, so I hope you will give this chicken and dumplings a try, or some other variation of the dish a try. Because again, it's a super comforting wintertime meal and not at all difficult to make, especially if you do what I did, and that was to cook the chicken in advance and to use Bisquick for the dumplings. So, and in the comments below, let me know what kind of dumplings you enjoyed when you were a kid or that you enjoy now. Also, let me know what region of the country you live in. I'm curious to know what the Southerners are doing for dumplings and what Northerners are using, and if you live in Europe and you have some variation of chicken and dumplings, tell me about that dish. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.